to Konichi Value. This is the podcast where I bring you the greatest insights and the best stocks from perhaps the most undervalued stock market in the world, the Japanese stock market. Today, I want to talk about a company I'm really interested in, which you probably never heard about, and it's called Sankyo Frontier. The company is basically a mobile home unit builder. And so what this means is they basically build containers or homes in container forms that can be anything: hair salons, pop-up shops, actual homes where people live in, all with the latest and greatest amenities. And these containers can be put up in days or as little as a couple of hours. There's so many beauties to this. One solution that has become very popular recently is that you, as maybe an online retailer, etc., can try out a store concept by just opening up a pop-up store in a matter of hours, have it there for a couple of weeks, collect the data, and then recycle the store completely or create a new store or move it around. On top of this, of course, you can just have your home or your functioning business in one of these modular homes because the quality is incredibly good. Sankyo Frontier has been doing this for 50 plus years. They know what they're doing and they're constantly improving on this concept. Also, the recyclability of these modular homes are insane. If you build a home by bricks, you have to tear it all down if you want to build something new or if you want to renovate it. However, with these mobile homes, you can literally recycle every single part of it and start over again if you want to build something new on the spot, if it breaks or whatever. Another thing that's really cool is that these homes are incredibly fast-paced in innovation. That means that if a new air conditioning unit or a new type of insulation comes up, it can be put in these homes almost instantly. And so with global warming making us rethink what insulation is, how important it is, and what kind of tools we need to warm up our houses or make our units, Sankyo Frontier can always be in the forefront, way ahead of traditional brick and mortar builders, right? That constantly have to think about the traditional ways of building and also where it takes many years to finish a construction project when technologies can already be old before they even start the project sometimes because the planning, the permits, etc. But this is only what the company does. The most important thing and most interesting thing for us investors is to look at the numbers, right? The crazy thing about Sankyo Frontier is that their PE number, or price times earnings number, for the stock is a measly 9.1. That is crazy low because the company has an average revenue growth the past 7 years of 8%, a profit margin today of 12.1%, and an earnings growth of 15.3% the past 7 years. It also pays out a dividend of 3% of its stock price. Yes, granted, the company has never been highly valued. It has an average value the past 7 years of around 6. But I think it's because it's an overlooked business here in Japan where modular homes are quite common and people don't find them as interesting as in other countries. I checked out a real competitor to Sankyo Frontier in the US called Skyline Champion Corp. This company has a PE of 24.2, and in the past 5 years, the stock has gone up 481%. Now look at Sankyo Frontier and we see that it has gone up around 40 to 50%, but also had some downturns with the market. I think the answer is quite simple. First, Sankyo Frontier is not interesting to many investors because it's not on the biggest markets, so funds don't see them, especially foreign funds. And secondly, I just think that people don't know about the company because if they did, I can't see why the valuation would be so low. There's no red flags. There's nothing really speaking against them, except, and this is very important, except two things. The first thing being, they are a majority of their business is in Japan. And Japan is a shrinking market because there's more people dying here than are being born. And so technically, if they don't take market share, the company will go down. Secondly, the company is trying to go abroad and they've had successes, but when choosing markets, they haven't been so lucky. For example, they have a big manufacturing plant in Myanmar and also have tried to ramp up sales there in the past 5 years. And as many of us know, Myanmar is now under a military coup and no business is really being done there. I think that Sankyo Frontier can and probably will try to expand to more stable markets and hopefully have the success it deserves because the product, for me at least, sells itself. It's a cheap, simple way to make homes in a world where homes are more needed than ever. And on top of that, businesses are less and less likely to invest in real brick and mortar stores that will stand there for years and years and instead want to move most of their presence online and then experiment with different store concepts. Something that Sankyo Frontier and their building techniques allow better than almost any home builder I've seen on the market. I'd say if you buy Sankyo Frontier, not only do you buy an incredible value stock, you also buy into a potential ESG candidate and probably the future of home construction. And the only thing that could hold this stock back is likely that they won't be seen in the future or that the Japanese market might go into a recession. With that, I think that you should consider this stock. So please check out the numbers. You sadly have to have access to the Japanese market to buy it. But if you do, there's not any better home builder stocks, and there's likely not many better stocks with these valuations. Peace.